what's going on? Strat Soldier here for, I almost said the weekend shift, but we didn't do the weekend shift this week. It's been really busy, really busy with work. I'm sure you guys see the news. So far, you know, I'm here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. Go check out thestratsoldier.com and be like Justin Davis right here. There. Where's my hand? Where's it pointing? There. There it is. Be like Justin Davis. He was in the Strat Camp webinar back in April, and he's doing great things. And we had a great time, and he did a one-on-one after that, and he's got a copy of both of those sessions, and so we can keep reviewing those lessons over and over and over. And I'm sure we'll talk again soon, or once he's ready to go to the next level. But this is a really good trade for him back in May. And he's still doing really good things. Go check it out, thestratsoldier.com. Not a lot of stuff going on out here. There's a lot of geopolitical things going on, though, right? Yes. All right. So we closed at 600 today. 600, and there's a lot of news. The reason, one of the other reasons I didn't do a weekend shift is because I had a lot of signals. And then the news came out about the U.S. and Iran. So I was like, we need to see what happens, because I'm not going to throw out a bunch of signals and then the entire market crashes. So far, the market doesn't care. Jay Powell does talk this week. I think it's tomorrow. Actually, he talks tomorrow. Now, it's just a talk. It's not him making. The Fed decision was last week. He's not necessarily making it. He's already made his decision. So he's talking tomorrow. Just be careful, all right? The market's just kind of trading sideways right now because it doesn't know what's going on, all right? So it's kind of, I want to say, grinding into the highs, because we're only $13 away from hitting all-time highs on SPY again, all right? So we're going to be smart. We're not going to take a bunch of silly trades. We're going to create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops, because that's what we do. Let's get in the tank. Let's look at some actionable signals. Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here. We're in the tank. You got to be safe. You don't want to bang your head. Yeah, my camera is reversed, so I see different. Anyway, let's go look at the weekend shift watch list. I posted it yesterday here on SPY. This is what we got going on SPY. Still two up on the month. It started out inside on the week, went two down, came right back up. So closer to going outside week. All right. Not a lot of range here, all right? It's not doing a whole bunch. So could it go scenario 3 above 604.31? Yes, it could do that easily, 604 easily. But again, all the news and stuff going on, we want to be careful. You can see right here the money flow index. Yes, we're still trending up. Still trending up, but the money flow shows, hey, they're not really putting a whole bunch of money in this, all right? They're not really dumping their money in this. So, but they're not really getting out either. So here's your 60s. Here's the broadening formation. We're kind of in on the 60s. All right, and we're back in this level to reclaim right here. Interesting? Yes, it is. It is interesting. Anyway, back into this level to reclaim. Let's see if we can get back up to 604. All right. 604 is going to take us outside week to the upside. We will see. But the buyers have to keep buying. Dow Jones, exact same price action, and then QQQ, exact same thing, all right? So really nothing to scream at. See QQQ just trading sideways. Here's your broadening formation on the 60s, and still two up on the day. Excuse me, on the month. Let's go down small cappers, goes two down on the week, comes back up. It's a lot closer to going outside week. That'll probably do it tomorrow if it keeps going up. This is kind of interesting. All right, you can see they are putting their money in here. All right, they want to be in these small cappers. That's really interesting there. UVXY volatility is just going sideways. All right, just going sideways. It's not really no spikes yet. All right, but when the VIX starts going to the highs, you know, starts going up, this will start going up too. So we want to be careful. Let's go to the dashboard. Let's do that. That'll be easier. Multi-view. I'm sorry, multi-view. I said the dashboard. Let's go to multi-view. And you can see on the week, XLK, we have a shooter on the week. XLK, shooter on the week. Did go down, came right back up. XLU utilities inside on the week, scenario 3 from last week, so it's just kind of stuck in a mother bar problem there. XLE, this is surprising. I thought this would keep going to the highs, trying to get it to 93, but that scenario 3 to the downside. All right, scenario 3 took out the highs and the lows. Labu still just bleeding out, being crappy. XLV cure something, would ya? All right, 2-2 continuation down, but it is green. We'll see what they want to do. Scenario 3 on retail. Scenario 3 on retail. That's 2-1-3. We'll see what they want to do. Let's see. The buyers have to keep buying that. And then I had SMH shaking my head with the semiconductors as a shooter on the week on the watch list. It did go down and come right back up. So all the signals, XLP, 2-2 continuation down, inside of the week right now. So we only really had actionable signals in XLK, which was a shooter. We had actionable signal on XRT because it was inside week. All right, and then we had an actionable signal on semiconductors because it was a shooter. So that's where I pulled all the signals from. So let's go to the weekend shift watch list. Weekly signals. This should be updated on your side. All right, so if you're not getting the update, or you know these are not updating, hit refresh on your signals. You can go, let's see here, I think it's right here. You can update it right here, update. All right, and it should go. All right, if it's not, please let me know. All right, we got a lot of signals in here, and a lot of these were aiming to the downside, but hey, they're probably going right back up. We'll see. CHTR, hammer in force. That is good. That is in force right now on the week. Hammer in force on the week. We only have 1 week left, so this has to go. This has to work. 408.51 doesn't have to, but if we want to get to that target, the buyers need to keep buying this. All right, that's what I mean. The target is 408.67. Whirlpool does go 2-2 reversal back up on the week. It is in force right now. The magnitude is 308.03. Tesla. This is an add-on. I don't know why I didn't have this on the list last night, but Tesla goes inside and up. And you can see the levels of reclaim. It's just continuing to the highs, all right? Continuing to the highs. Doesn't come down here. The buyers get the ball. They start rooming them back up here. Let's see if we can get to 379.05. All right, we already took out this first target. Let's see if we can take out this one. 368.54. But definitely we want to get to this next level of reclaim, because after that it is 441.46. So let's see if they want to stay in that. Here's today. Here's your day. All right, let's see if that keeps going. Very good, very good. If you drop down to your 60s, you can see most of that happen on the very first hour and then just kind of fizzle out from there. All right, but they didn't really dump it. ACAM, inside on the week still, it's a mess. We got some mother bar problems in here. This is a mess. NVIDIA Shooter in force, but it did go in force, came right back up. All right, so we'll see what they really want to do with that tomorrow. Money flow index is not really confirming they really want to be in that. They want to be in that. I don't know why my voice is. That's funny. Anyway, there's not a lot of buying in there. We'll see. XLK Tech goes shooter down and it goes right back up. Let's see what happens on the day here. It's a mess. Goes down, goes right back up. Let's look at the 60s. All right. Chop shop in here, folks, but it does go down, comes right back up. It's just a mess. All right. So that's Tech. INTC inside on the week. Texas Instruments. Does go 212, continuation up. That's good. 212, continuation up. The magnitude is 203.31. Let's see if they can get it. Let's see if they can keep on going. All right, looking for 220.32 on the next. We got this one. We got the 205, and then 220.14. Xerox at $5.33. It does go shooter in force on the week, but then comes right back up. So that seems to be the theme right now. Microsoft was shooter on the week, does go in force. Now it's outside week. Took out both sides, took out the lows and the highs. HIMX shooter in force. That is good. Let's see if they want to keep dumping that for tomorrow. You do have a possible 322 backup if they want to keep buying that. RMBS inside on the week and a shooter. Quick. Inside on the week and inside right now. BLDR hammer in force on the week right here. All right, hammer in force. It did take out the first target. Let's see if we can get up to 126.63. Here's your 60s. Here's your days. Very good. Very good. AutoZone. I don't know why this is on here, but it does go. It does work. It goes hammer in force. 2-2 reversal back up on the week. Hits the magnitude of $3,000. $3,722.25. Let's see if we can get up to $3,772.57. That's funny. That's funny right there. I tell you what, it's funny. Me and another trader were talking about how people get on, YouTube and they're like, "This is going to 1,000," and it's never been 1,000. AutoZone sounds like one of those, but it's real. All right, this is AutoZone. You go down to AutoZone to get a quart of oil and a new air freshener for your rearview mirror, and the stock is $3,000. Expedia, we were looking for this to go 2-2 up on the week. It did not. It went 2 down, but it possible scenario 3 on the week if it goes above 169.61. Marna inside on the week right now. We want this thing to go above 26.75. GPC hammer in force on the week. It's in force right now, and the magnitude's 127.23. That could be good. SOLV. We're looking for this hammer. We wanted the hammer to go up on the week, but it did not. It went 2 down, but we'll see if we'll go scenario 3 above 74.73. Let's see. HRL does go hammer in force. Didn't do much, but it did. And the magnitude's 31.48 for the week. ADI inside on the week. Shooter. All right. DIOD 212 up. The magnitude is 52.40. 52.40. You're like, why? Who cares? It's not a lot of magnitude. You're right. It's not a lot of magnitude. Look at the month. All right. Used to be somebody. All right. Used to be somebody. Could get back up to 113. That would be good. That would be awesome. All right, and you could tell everybody I got down here at 50 bucks. All right, so AOSL. Inside on the week. That's why that's on the watch list. But it's inside on the week right now. It needs to get below 22.82 or above 24.86. CRUS does go 212 up on the week, hits magnitude, but let's see if we can get up to 108.80. VG, AVGO, inside on the week, trying to get above 256.28. If it goes to lows, it'll be below 244.93. AMBA, AMBA does go shooter in force for 312 down, but it goes back green. And you can see right here, money flow index, you know, they were, looks like they really want to buy that. All right, interesting. ONTO, shooter in force on the week. Now, I know it's a teeny tiny little shooter, and this is actually technically mother bar problems right here. But let's see if they want to keep dragging this down into the dirt. INTT, INTT, yes, does go 212 down, but green. SMTC, inside on the week. Yes, inside on the week, and it's inside on the week last week, so that's why this is on the list. AIAV, 212 up on the week, and mother bar problems. I'm going to take this one off. I don't like that one at all. Taking this one off. Remove. Skyworks does go 2 up on the week, but didn't really go far. The magnitude $75.94. TSEM, inside on the week. That was the actionable signal for last week, inside on the week right now. NVTS, 212 down, that is in force right now. Hits the first target. Let's see if we get the second target below $5.09. Then if it gets any further down there, it will be a penny stock, and we're not going to mess with it. SPCB, I like calling this one Spaceballs. Inside on the week, it does go 2 down for 2 inside and down, but comes right back up, but not doing a whole bunch, right? Let's see what they want to do with this. Sky Water does go 312 reversal back up. The magnitude is $9.61. All right, that is green. MRAM, inside on the week, waiting for this thing to go above $6.15 or below $5.72. Empower, 212 down, kind of comes right back up. All right, if it goes above 711.78, that'll be an outside week. Microchip, 212 up. 212 up on the week. Does not hit magnitude, so let's see what they want to do there. You do have a shooter, counters, hammers, actionable signal here, okay? Shooter, counter, hammer. Now, for the old school stratters, they know what that is. But for you new people, a shooter, counters, hammer, meaning the hammer went in force. It was good. You got buyers in there. The reason why this actionable signal works is because if this shooter goes in force tomorrow, it'll turn everybody who got into this today into losers immediately. All right? That is not fun. That is not fun if you went long. But it will go 322 back down. The magnitude will be $76.44, and it could take out all these. All right, so let's see what it wants to do below. If it goes below $68.01, you know what's happening. All right, you know what is happening. That's all the things for the weekly watch list. Let me go one more time through here and on things that are in force. Let me turn this back green, because we always talk about organizing our stocks by condition. We don't like information overload, all right? When the market's going to the highs, I want to go to the ones that are green. When the market's going to the lows, I'm going to go for the ones that are already red, all right? This is enforced, but it went back up green, so it's not enforced. That's shooter, so we're going to leave the video alone. Just showing you guys that I am taking the time to color these things. This did go red, didn't go very far, but all right. It's just that, you know, you could say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, now you're looking at it at 9 o'clock, and you're like, well, it's pre-market. I got to watch pre-market. So then then you don't do it then either. Then 9:30 hits Eastern Standard Time. The market opens, and then guess what? You're not doing anything, and you don't know where to go and you're trying to remember what was green and what was red. All right, on the week. All right. Organize your stocks. Organize the information. Organize the data. Organize the data so you can turn it into information. Because people like to memorize numbers, and they like to memorize facts, and they like to memorize the prices, and they like to memorize key levels and stuff like that. Cool, that's awesome. You memorize all that stuff. It's just data. Until you actually take that data and then organize it into information you can actually use, it's just data, all right? Unless you organize it into something you can use, it's just data. Once you organize it into something you can use, then it's information, okay? Then it's information. This was green. Yep, 2 and 2 up, green. But the market overall is just like, we don't know. We need to watch. We need to watch and see, okay? So be careful. We don't necessarily trade the news, but I want you guys to look at the news, all right? I want you to see what's going on. This did go 2 up, 2 and 2 up, but this is red, so I'm not going to color this green until we'll see it tomorrow. So out of all the stocks that we have here in our watch list, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that are in force right now. All right, in force. So you're going to go after these first, if possible. All right, we'll see what happens with these. If you want the daily watch list, because I take this weekly watch list and I break it down into a daily watch list. Get on the YouTube channel that you're on right now. Go to the membership section, hit the Weekend Shift Crew. That'll get you these daily videos every day where I'm breaking down the weeklies to get you a daily list. All right, so that's what I do over there. And if you want macro videos and coaching sessions, check out Strat Warrior. All right, check that out. Check that out. This is our whole list right now. All right, we only have 1 week left. We only have 1 week left in June, and then after that we got 2 more days, and then July starts. So a lots of times we will see profit taking at the end of the month. We'll see. We'll see what they want to do. Give me a second here. Let me get out of this tank. Oof, hot in there. It's hot in that thing. Anyway, we got 1 week left. Be careful, okay? Don't try to be your hero. Keep organizing your information. Organize your stocks. Keep doing it right. All right. I see you out there. You're doing good things. And if you took a trade and you took your profits and it was a winning trade, good job. If you cut losing positions because this is a losing position, I'm not holding losers, good job. And if you looked at the charts today and you was like, nope, none of this makes sense, I'm not doing anything, good job. That is the strat. That is the strat. You're doing it good. So go check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my new ebook. hammer in force. It's one actionable signal that you can trade on anything, equities, futures, forex, crypto, anything that trades. One actionable signal. It's pretty cool. Go check it out, and that'll dip your toes into the strat. All right, and then you can go check out Combat Load, check out my execution course, check it all out. All right, go check out thestratzolder.com. And this is where I show you guys how to trade without losing your real life. Number one, your capital, and number two, you don't have to sit here and watch screens for hours and hours and hours. All right, that's what I mean by you don't have to lose your real life doing this. All right, people get hooked on it. It's fun for a while, but then hey, if you're driving and looking at charts while you're driving, you got a problem. You got a problem. Anyway, this is the Strat Soldier for a little mini weekend shift, and then just showing you guys actionable signals for the week. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.